Hey guys, Michael here. Today I have a substantial update coming from an IRS press release late last night. This is for anyone who receives SSI, Social Security Disability, Retirement, or Survivor's Benefits, as well as VA and Railroad Retirement Benefits. There's also an important update for those of you who receive payments on a Direct Express debit card. So I'm going to be breaking down this key information, so let's jump right into it. Before we get started, it says that 95% of you watching this video right now are not subscribed to my channel. So if you'd like to stay up to date on the stock market, on stimulus checks, on how to make money in general, well then please be sure to subscribe to my channel. So anyways, let's just jump right into it. And before we get into the specific timelines of when each group of people is going to be receiving their stimulus check, I want to address a couple of updates from the IRS newsletter. The first update is that they updated the Get My Payment tool. They said that there's new capabilities in the Get My Payment tool with regards to direct deposit and inputting that information. So if you haven't been able to input your direct deposit information, they now said that you should be able to do this in order to get your stimulus check sooner. Next up is the status not available message. According to the IRS, when they completed all of their updates to the system late Saturday night, they fixed this error. So a lot of you who were receiving this before should not be receiving it anymore. So you should go ahead and try to log on to see if you have a payment date. I've been seeing a lot of people in the comments saying that now they're able to get in and it says either they have an April 29th or an April 30th payment date, which is absolutely great. However, if you're still getting the status not available message, don't worry. It's not that you're not getting a stimulus check. It could just be that your information is not yet fully processed into the system. So don't think that it means you're not getting it. Moving on, let's talk about those of you who receive SSI and VA benefits. If you fall into one of these two categories, you could be expecting to receive your stimulus check in mid-May. They haven't given a specific date yet, but they said mid-May. And how will you be receiving your stimulus money? Well, it's gonna come however you normally receive your benefits, it'll come that way. Whether that's direct deposit, direct express debit card, check, however you normally receive your benefits, you will also be getting your stimulus check. One important thing to keep in mind is if you receive SSI or VA benefits, the IRS recently moved back the date to use the non-filers tool if you have a dependent. So if you have a dependent and you receive SSI or VA benefits, you need to use the non-filers tool so you can register your dependent and get that additional $500 check for each dependent you have. If you don't have a dependent, well then you don't have to use the tool at all. It'll happen automatically. So everything is set. You don't have to do anything at all. Next up, let's talk about if you receive Social Security Disability, Retirement, or Survivor's Benefits, as well as Railroad Retirement Benefits. The good news with you guys is that a lot of you should be receiving your stimulus check this week by April 29th. So go ahead and use the tool now. A lot of you should be able to get in and check a deposit date. So you may have an April 28th, April 29th, or even April 30th date. However, remember, if you don't have a deposit date, don't worry, it doesn't mean you're not getting one. It could just again be that they have not processed your information. However, they said that this group of people, so if it's Social Security Disability, Retirement Survivors, or Railroad Retirement Benefits, that you guys should be receiving your stimulus checks this week. And this week is important because it is the second big push to get stimulus checks out. Currently, they've already sent out 88 million checks, and they're going to be getting out millions and millions more this week by April 29th. So that's exciting news. So one thing to keep in mind is if you fall into Social Security Disability, Retirement, or Survivor's Benefits, as well as Railroad Retirement Benefits, you can no longer use the non-filers tool to register your dependent to get that additional $500 check. So if you have not already used the non-filers tool, if you have a dependent, well then you're not going to be getting that additional $500 check when you receive your $1,200 stimulus check. You will still be able to get that $500 check when you file taxes next year. However, you're not going to get it right now with your $1,200 stimulus check. So if you have a dependent, you were supposed to use the non-filers tool before April 22nd. And if you haven't, they said that you will not be able to receive that additional $500 check right now. Next up, let's talk about if you receive payments on a Direct Express debit card. If you normally receive payments on a Direct Express debit card, well, you have nothing to worry about. They'll automatically be sent to your Direct Express debit card. The only reason you would not be able to receive your payments on a Direct Express debit card is if you have a dependent. Because if you have a dependent, you are required to use the non-filers tool to register that dependent and get that additional $500. One issue is that on the non-filers tool, there's no option to put your Direct Express debit card. So if you receive benefits and you have a dependent, well, you have to use the non-filers tool, which means that when you go into the system, you'll have to either input your direct deposit information or get a check in the mail. You probably just want to get direct deposit, but you will not be able to get it on a Direct Direct Express debit card if you have a dependent. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and took some value out of it. If you have any questions, whether that's a specific question to your scenario or just in general, be sure to leave them in the comments down below, and I'll try and answer as many as I can. With that being said, don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you sign up for the Webull investing app, 1 free stock when you sign up for Robinhood. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.